So really exciting news. Earlier today, Martin and I were on a guest on a podcast, Telina's podcast, and when it officially airs, which is next week, I will be dropping the link below so that you guys will have access. It ran for about half an hour. It was a lot of fun. Martin and I enjoyed it a lot. So in this video, based on our own experience, I kind of wanted to give you guys some tips on everything you need to know when you are a guest on a podcast. Now, podcasts are really great to spread your message out to a wider audience, utilize networks, and just be in a really great place to kind of share more about what you do. Because if you're a coach or consultant or you run an online business, chances are you're really passionate about what you do. So it's really great. It builds your reputation in your industry, and it also gives you some credentials as well. So there are a lot of benefits. And did I mention it was fun? Maybe that's the third time now. Anyway, so I want to give you guys some tips. So the first one is build some hype around this. So if you're going to be a guest speaker on a podcast, make sure you talk about it with your own audience. Share it on your, in a post, or share it on a story, and actually tag them. That way you're utilizing both networks, because they're going to feel inclined to want to share your post or share your story, and then their networks or their audience are actually going to see who you are, and it's going to give them a bit of a prequel. And obviously a lot of them won't know who you are, so you're actually putting yourself on their map. So it's really crucial. Don't just put like a photo and just kind of expect something magical to happen. Get excited about this, guys. Like, really get excited. Build some hype around it. That is key number one. Two, before you're having a look at podcasts, make sure that you are doing a bit of research into the host and the audience, their target audience that they tend to attract, because you want to make sure that there's going to be an alignment between your ideal client and your target market and their target market, because you want them to find it useful and obviously relevant to what you do as well. So make sure you're doing some research. Build some hype. And the third one, I should say, is make sure that you're preparing. So before you jump on, make sure that there's half an hour where it's just silent, where you're really getting into the zone. Make sure that the room that you are in is quiet, that there's no distractions. You want to eliminate all the distractions. Make sure your phone's off, or at least on do not disturb mode, and really make sure that you're present with your host and throughout your interview right the way through. This one kind of comes into preparation a little bit, because you want to make sure that you know that you have an intention for the interview, that you have an outcome, or you want to be clear around the message that you want to portray or convey to their audience. Because there's nothing worse than coming off an interview and thinking, oh my God, I really should have said this, this, and this. And you just didn't feel like you really got there. So really make sure in your preparation that you are clear around the intention that you want out of the interview. Another thing to mention is making sure that there's enough time to build some sort of rapport with your host. Maybe you know them already, maybe you don't know them already, but making sure that there's, maybe about 10 minutes before you hit record, building some rapport, having a chat with them, and just seeing, getting comfortable with each other, because this enables the conversation to really flow with ease. And the last one is to really just relax, because this is really meant to be quite an enjoying. No, that's not the right word. It's meant to be a lot of fun. Because really, you should be looking at it like, wow, there's all these other people that are going to know who I am. They're going to listen to me, and they're going to hopefully really resonate with my message and potentially get a client, or potentially, build up your following. And obviously, brand awareness is really key. So look at it like that, and really just have fun and relax, and make it bit more of a discussion, and yeah, just have a lot of fun with it. So those are my key tips, and definitely from based on my own experience from earlier. As I said, once the podcast with Telina airs, you guys will gain access, and I'll drop it in the link below. But I hope that helps. And if you have any questions, then drop them in the comments below and I will answer them. Until next time, see you later, guys.